Hi. Um, this is how to survive a quarantine without going crazy or self quarantining. I don't know what the self shelter in place. That's what we've been told to do. Mini background. I've been working from home for a long time with a kid running around like crazy, and I figured out a couple things to make my day feel more productive and less like I'm hanging out in my pajamas like a crazy person with drool all over me from the kid. So I thought I'd share a couple of the things I learned that really helped me along the way. I did a video with specific things to do in your day to make the day feel a little more productive and useful. But this video is mainly going to be about a step-by-step guide on what to do to help build a routine into your day. So, starting off, look at what your routine was. So, if you went to work, say you drove to work and then sat down at a desk, you had lunch at some point, and then you worked some more, and then you went home. That rough schedule is enough to make your home stuck at homeness a lot easier. So that morning drive, say you listen to a podcast, say you listen to a radio show, listen to that same radio show while you get ready. You still need to brush your teeth. You still need to get dressed. Being in pajamas is awesome, but you don't have enough pajamas to wear pajamas every day of the week. You're going to have to wear clothes at some point or do a lot of laundry. So keep your routine as normal as possible. So start with that drive to work. Start with that podcast or radio show and try to figure out how to replicate that aspect at home. Say you usually then sat down to work. Well, sit down and work on something else. And that's where the other video that I posted today will come in handy. I'll link it wherever you link things. But sit down to work on those tasks or make a list of things to do so that you have something to move you forward. Hanging out watching Netflix all day is super great and wonderful. And if you can do it for a little time to take your break until it gets bored. This is when you run out of things to watch on Netflix or you feel like a lump and you want to do something about it. But sit down and just start working through your list as you would have on a normal day. And then what time did you normally have lunch? Say you had lunch at noon every day. Still have lunch at noon every day. Do your routine as you would have just at home. And you can make lunch now. Save some money and you might have to. But yeah, make some lunch. Have it at the same time. And then, so you go back to work. Then go back to those tasks. The main thing to focus on with those tasks is just doing something that feels normal. Normal feels good. People like systems and routines as much as like they might think, I like being free to do whatever I want. If you really don't feel like working, don't work. Like it's that easy. But most people need something to do to feel productive and like they did something that day. So if it's just testing out something as simple as testing out new hobbies and that's your goal, because say you don't know what to do with your day and you've already paid all your bills, figured out your budget, done all the things on the other list, finding a hobby that gives you something to do, especially if it can maybe make a little side income like an online shop or just, I don't know, making little plants from your backyard, like propagating succulents or something. Try it. Brainstorm a list of all the random hobbies you never got to try, especially if they're cheap and you don't have to buy a bunch of stuff to try them. And just have your work for the day be testing out those things because you need something to do. And if you have that list to go from and you start, drawing, for example, and then go, I actually hate drawing. I'm bad at this. There goes that one. Go to the next one on the list. Gardening. Okay, I'm going to go get my shovel and dirt and do some gardening. Oh, I don't like getting dirty. Okay, next one on the list. And just brainstorm a huge list of things to do, and it will give you a goal. It will give you something to work towards every day, which will help you mentally and emotionally not feel like a Netflix watching lump, which is so nice every once in a while. So take your Netflix break for sure, but try to get that focus in. And maybe your focus is just hanging out with the kids, playing with the kids, giving them something to do, but take your you time for hobbies also. That's definitely necessary. And yeah, so then at the end of the day, when you normally get off of work, do something to decompress. For me, Roland and I would have a little dance party. So we'd listen to a couple songs and dance to them in the kitchen before I got started on dinner for the night. And that helped a lot because it just switched your brain. Even though you can't physically move from work to home, having that same thing you do every day helped me mentally switch from work to home. So do a little dance party or switch rooms, switch environments, maybe close the doors and windows or reopen the house depending on the weather, but do something every day that you can establish as a routine so your brain can switch, like, oh, not working anymore. This is now relaxation time. Turn on the Netflix. Yes, for end of the day routine. Then you can get started on making dinner, figuring out dinner, or whatever you would normally do when you get home. You're going to have more time, especially if you had a commute. So just try to work in how you would swap from work to home time. Listening to that radio show or podcast on your way home, or going out for a quick little walk, or working out. If you went to the gym after work, then you can do a little home workout real quick. And then eat dinner, watch TV, go to bed like a normal person, but that's kind of the goal, trying to keep things as normal as possible while everything is as crazy as it is around you. So that kind of sums it up. Look at your original schedule that you would do daily and just try to adapt it to home. Creating zones and spaces where you're working versus not working, or whatever you need to do to mentally be able to shift back and forth and have something to do all day, even if it's just testing out hobbies or things you've been wanting to try, or ways to make some extra money on the side right now if you lost a job or got furloughed, like I know a lot of people are right now. So yeah, keep things normal. Try to go back to normal. Definitely take a break of a couple days off, but then realize that you need a little structure to get through the days easier and get through them. And try new things. This could be an exciting time where you actually get to do all that stuff that you've been meaning to do, like learn how to draw or play an instrument or sing. So, keep excited. This is a cool time to experiment. You have this free time, take advantage of it. Make a list of the things you want to do and go for it. Yeah, but that sums it up. Let me know in the comments if you have more tips or more stuff to do to kill time daily when you're stuck at home all day. And subscribe, all that nonsense, and share with someone if you think this would help them. That's it. Thank you for watching.